Hi, my name is Michael Hoffman. I'm a senior channel manager here with Jet Global, and we are finishing up part 3 of our 3-part series on our solutions overview. This section is going to be focused specifically on Jet budgets. And just as we did before, just at a high level, in case this is the only part of the series you're watching, Jet Global is the largest analytics and reporting solution provider to the Microsoft Dynamics community. We have over 14,000 unique businesses all over the world that rely on us for reporting, analytics, and budgeting, as you'll see today. We've been doing this for 17 years. We've gotten really good at this, which is one of the reasons you're probably seeing this video today. Is we are being recommended as a trusted and vetted solution. As an overview, part 1 of this series covered Jet Report, which was real-time reporting direct off your database, really good for financial statements and snapshot reporting. We do use this a little bit when we're wanting to access information direct from the data source rather than from a data warehouse, which is really what Jet Analytics is designed to do, is to be the more modern approach. It is our flagship product, and it is really where most businesses are going today when they're looking to both report, analyze, and trend predict their businesses. Again, Jet Analytics is pre-built for Dynamics, so it is a rapid return on investment. Jet Budgets is what we're going to be focusing on today, and what's really great about this product, it was built actually by our end users as they were experiencing Jet and managing their business. Really, they wanted one tool for everything. They wanted some assistance with workflow and collaboration around the budgeting process, and they really wanted a tool with no fluff. They wanted something that just eliminates the need to worry about consistency and security in their budgeting workflows. And so that's really what Jet Budgets is designed to do. The Jet Hub is where we'll be spending most of our day today, and this again is the place where everything lives. All of our customers have access to this, and they would be using this on a regular basis if they're using Jet Budgets. So really that's where we're going to be spending most of our day. And so as we work through this, just know that the Jet Hub does come with all versions of Jet. It's not an extra add-on. It's just a place that brings everything together online. So what we're going to be starting with today, as you can see, I'm in the Jet Budget section of our web portal. You could be in reports, automated distribution. I'm in budgets. We also have dashboarding, which is covered in part 2 of our series. Just to give you a feel for what a finished budget looks like, I'm actually going to go ahead and open up Budget 2019. And you can see most of the structure is built out. We haven't done everything, but we've done some things. You can see what's in progress, what hasn't been started, what's been completed and improved as well. And all of these are roll-ups and rollouts. This is an overview for the budget owner. And when we go to create a budget from scratch, it's actually really straightforward. As I click New Budget, what it's going to do is ask me to give it a name. So we'll give it GP, we'll do 2020. We'll select our data source, which company we would like to budget for, and then also the date range. So we'll do 2020, the full year. Then it asks which is my natural account. And in my case, it is segment 2. Segment 1 and segment 3 can be used for slicing and dicing the budget and creating rollouts and rollups. And we'll bring all of them in this example. You could choose to leave some of those behind if you would like. So again, we have the overview. And since we don't have a structure to our budget, this is really what we have. You could add a description here if you'd like. But in most cases, really, the first step is adding some structure to this, right? So when I right-click on here, I can easily add a structure. So we could say something like revenue and expenses, right? If we were even taking a look at our industry, which is reporting and analytics, we could say, you know, maybe there's some revenue associated with software, some revenue associated with services, and you can even break that out by region, right? We could do North America, European Union, right? South America. Under expenses, it's just the same. You could have maybe some marketing and sales expenses even. You could add some overarching operational section. All of this is completely flexible and up to you as far as what you name these, how you order them, and it kind of comes down to the methodology that you prefer. And so there is no limitation to the structure in jet budgets. So this is what the owner is seeing. The owner of the budget is typically someone who understands the way that you would like to budget and is usually CEO or CFO or controller. Next, we can add users to our budgets. The good news about Jet Budgets is it comes with unlimited users. And the reason we did that is a lot of the feedback we received around some of the other options that are out there is that you had to actually pay for each user, even if they were going to be only adding a number or two. And so this meant that every year that budgets rolled out, people needed to go back through training to understand the software. And really, there was no need to be doing that. We just wanted a no fluff budgeting tool that's going to allow me to integrate people into my process without costing me a lot of software costs and service costs. And so it does come with free training. And so you'll be able to come back and take refreshers and relearn the budgeting tool as you continue to grow in this product. So I'm going to head back to the work section. We've added 2 users, as you'll be able to see them here, an approver and a contributor. So if I go back to our work section and I do new work item, this is where we can choose, do I enter the data myself or do I assign it to another user? If I enter the data myself, so this is just a rent example, and I could select a template if I had that. So I'm selecting rent, and basically what I do is now that I'm entering the data manually, or enter the data myself, I'm going to come over here and just choose my rent account. So as I scroll down, you can see all of your natural accounts are listed here. So it's actually really easy for someone to scroll through this list and just pick what they would want to budget for. So I'll click on rent expense. And then how do I want to slice the data? Segment 3 for me happens to be my departments. So I'm going to allocate this to the grounds department. And then segment 1 happens to be location. And obviously maybe every location has their own rent. So when I click finish, next step is, do I want to enter data online or would I prefer to enter it into Excel? I'll click enter online. And what we're taken to is a nice spreadsheet where I can actually input information. Rent is a great example of a fixed cost that usually doesn't change over the year. So you can actually just drag this all the way over. Although you can do some custom calculations here where maybe I want to say there's a 95% difference or a 5% difference, sorry, in the rent. Very easy to build that in and then drag it all the way to the bottom. You can also share notes here with anyone that's associated with this work item. You would see multiple nameplates. As you can see, I am the owner, approver, and contributor, but you can have a myriad of different folks involved in this, and this is where you would be sharing notes. I can choose to save this and come back to work on it later, or save and submit it for approval. Since I am the owner and approver of this, it does come back approved. You can see in the overview, that section is now complete. So if I go back to this work section, maybe I'd like to add a piece of, maybe I'd like to assign this to another user. So I'll go ahead and click that. And so this is sales for North America. But it's the same process. So as I go through here, the owner of the budget and the one assigning this is actually going to choose what's included. So I want sales. And then I actually want the sales department to be responsible for this. And then we'll split this out, and each location has their own sales goals. So when I click next, it's going to ask who is the approver and who's their contributor. So you can add those. You can choose to add an allocated amount, meaning this is your expectations for the year. It will not prevent someone from entering more. It's just a nice way to share data. And then this is where you can set a deadline and share any kind of note. Like, please do not wait until the last minute. This is also where you could add any supporting files. This could be everything from a JET report to a forecast to a receipt, really any type of file that you'd like to share that would assist with creating this budget. And then once you click send, this is going to send an email to both the approver and contributor letting them know that there's an item in JET budgets that needs their attention. There's a link in this email that they can click on. It will take them to the web portal where they then can choose to enter the data online or enter it within Excel. So I'll go ahead and send this out. And you can see it has not been started yet. So the owner can actually see the progress of this information. They can see the attachments. Any notes that have been shared would be right here in this comment section. So there's a lot of details available to the owner when they log in to review this budget process. What's nice is you can also enable reminders. It's not breakthrough technology by any means, but you can set up reminders. So before the deadline, maybe 5 days before, 3 days out, and then maybe every day after the deadline, and put it on repeating. So now instead of manually emailing these users for them to input their information, this is being automated for the CFO. This is where you would store templates, so you can create new ones or you can use existing ones. It's totally up to you. And one thing I wanted to note is within the work item itself. So when I create a new work item and I assign it to another user, there was the option to enter the data into Excel as well. And so what that looks like is when you drop it into Excel, there is a template that's dropped that's relating back to the accounts and or any of your account segments. And so the advantage for you as the end user is you can actually include these in maybe a report. So this is a report that shows, expected work days, expected revenue. Maybe this is a JET report, or maybe this is something you've been using for years. But now with the addition of JET budgets, I can actually use this to create performance drivers. So instead of the sales manager or inventory manager having to know what the GL account code is, that user can simply cell reference a number over here, drag this all the way across, drag it down. We'll go to this section again now. We'll change some of our performance drivers that are changing the numbers down here. And you can see when we go back to the data entry, it's actually updated my numbers for me. So what's great about this is now as the sales manager, I just enter the information I'm responsible for. And then once I'm done, I click Save in JET Budgets. And this will upload this information back into the hub, thus saving it in the JET database and allowing you to report on it. And then once it's saved, you can create wonderful reports like this income statement here, where now everything's relating back to a GL account and you're doing some actuals to forecast right here within Excel and within JET reports itself. So that's really the beauty of it, is you have the best of both worlds. You have JET reports, you have JET budgets, and it's only going to continue to grow and get better. It's a product right now that is really designed to meet the needs of the masses. So if you have any questions or feedback on this, definitely let us know. Would be more than happy to help. And again, I'll put our contact information up here. Hopefully today was informative, and we look forward to working with you in the future. Have a great day.